Welcome to the Real Film Nerds
Harvest Horror Fest.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Real Film Nerds. And we are going to be reviewing another classic on our Harvest Horror Fest. I'm your host, Mysterious Mike. With me as always is Matt. What do we have for you? What's your nickname this time?
I don't need a nickname. I don't need to hide.
Oh, okay. All right. You don't need to hide. All right. So the tagline for this movie is a great one because since we just reviewed another movie that has a similar one, in space, no one can eat ice cream.
I don't think... Oh, is In Space in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, you wrote it down. I didn't, so I'm going to go default to you.
In space, yeah.
All right. Well, Mike, what is that movie? It's what now? From what year?
1988. It is Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
And how many times have you watched this movie, Mike?
I've only seen it once. I just reviewed it for this. I know it's a bit of a cult classic, and I wanted to watch it. It's on Amazon Prime Video for anyone who has Prime and wants to watch it.
Mr. Horror Aficionado has never seen Killer Klowns from Outer Effing Space.
No, he hasn't until just now.
It changed your life, didn't it?
It was life-changing, and it was a good thing.
You will never look at a clown the same, ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I wasn't sure what I was in for, Matt, because you teased this like it was a Tusk-type movie, and no, it was so much better.
It was better than Tusk, really? Wow.
Oh, yeah. No, I love this movie, man. It's hilarious.
Do you have something against walruses?
No, but that movie was strange as crap, man.
Is it because they have a large bone in their penis?
I don't know. Perhaps that's it. But this movie was just, man, it was awesome to see all these clown-type materials, like, attacking people and stuff. I don't know. Should we just do spoilers? I guess we kind of...
It's from 1988. I don't think it'll be an issue.
Yeah, man, I really enjoyed all the different things that happened. Like, I enjoyed the popcorn was used to, like, hunt you down, like track you.
The popcorn guns?
Yeah, dude, it was popcorn gun. And I love that they use that for tracking with the balloon animal dog.
Yeah, the balloon animal dog was pretty good. 1988, man, the special effects and stuff weren't so bad, were they?
No, I don't know what they did for the clown heads, because it seemed like they got zoomed in real tight, and I think the eyes were like mechanically controlled, but I'm not 100% sure. But man, they were awesome. I mean, they're creepy as all can be, but they were awesome.
All right, Mike. So, do you want me to give you the rundown since I screwed up on our last podcast and forgot to ask you to do it?
Yeah. Why don't you give us the rundown, Matt?
Killer Klowns from Outer Space was directed by Stephen Chiodo, written by Charles Chiodo and Stephen Chiodo, and it stars Grant Kramer, Suzanne Snyder, John Allen Nelson, John Vernon, Michael S. Siegel, Peter Lacassi, and of course, Christopher Titus. All right, I guess I'll read the long synopsis since the other one is literally one sentence. So,
okay.
Here we go. And if you haven't seen it, it will probably be spoiled. So, yeah, it's almost 30-year-old. No, is it 30 years old? 88? That's 30,
yeah,
right?
Dude, 31.
Yeah, so it's over 30 years, so we're spoiling the heck out of this movie from the get-go. Just heads up. Even though Mike has never seen it until now. That giant horror slacker.
Yeah, I feel like a missing piece of the puzzle of life has been put back in. Like, I didn't know it was missing, but now I feel more complete.
I just don't understand how a self-described horror fanatic has never seen one of the best, most hilarious horror movies ever made. I just don't get it, Mike.
Man, I don't know, man. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them.
How are you losing this? It's been available for years. You could have rented it at Hastings for 49 cents.
Yeah, I could have. I don't know. I think the title, I was like, that's probably not that great. But I little did I know that this was a fantastic piece of art.
Are you just like scared of clowns and you don't want to admit it, and you're going to admit it for the first time here on the podcast?
No, I don't think I have phobia of clowns or whatever. I mean, I'm not going to go run up and hug them. And I think Bozo the Clown was a little weird when it was on TV show, but that's it.
What's wrong with Bozo the Clown? Jesus, Mike.
I don't know. It was weird. I never attended. This wasn't, growing up, it wasn't like Hollywood. I never attended any birthday parties that had like clowns and stuff at them.
Well, I'm sorry, Mike, that I was your only friend and I didn't have enough money to afford a clown.
Yeah, did you go to anybody's house or anything that somebody had a clown or something like that?
No. That wasn't really a thing. It was mostly, here's McDonald's, here's some cake, and go play.
I know, man. The pizza parties where it's at, man.
Peter Piper, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Where you go play video games and eat pizza? Man, that was life. Not
to get off topic, but the 1-Up arcade, have you seen any of those? Do you have any of those at work? Because you work at a cool work?
No, I don't have any of those at work.
Dude, they just released the 1-Up arcade, which are 3/4 the size of a full arcade, so they're actually affordable. I guess is a way to put it. They're still not affordable for me, but Mike, you probably have 3 or 4 of them. But they're 3/4 the size of a full-size arcade cabinet. They just released the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and it's 4 players. And I was like, oh, man, that's Peter Piper pizza right there.
Nice. I always enjoyed the pizza party birthdays. Like, I made an effort to go to all those when I was a kid. I mean, pizza is one of the 4 food groups, is it not?
I know it is for you, and it's at least 2 or 3 of your 4 food groups, Mike.
That's true. That's true.
All right, so here's the synopsis for...
Oh, yeah, sorry. We got way off topic,
We got
everybody.
way off topic. Pizza, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, arcade games. Good times. All right, so here's the storyline for Killer Klowns from Outer Space. When a small town is invaded by aliens from outer space who are capturing and killing the townspeople, no one takes them seriously. Why? The aliens all look like circus clowns, use weapons that look clown-like, and all have painted-on smiles. Only a few of the young people in the town realize the danger, and of course, no one believes them. Armed with an ice cream truck, they try and rescue their friends. That is a horrible, horrible storyline.
I don't know, man. That was okay.
Okay, fine. That last sentence was wrong, but okay.
All right.
Anyways. All right, Mike. So, other than your favorite thing, pizza parties, what did you think of Killer Klowns from Outer Space, being that you are a Killer Klowns from Outer Space virgin?
Man, I loved it. I loved all the random music. It has kind of a fun intro. It's like Killer Klowns.
Dude, it has a theme song. It literally has a theme song. And they played it throughout the film multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, it has a circus tent spaceship. I mean, how awesome is that?
It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
I don't know. I just loved all the random circus theme like powers, like the cotton candy cocoons, the random puppet show, the shadow puppets, the pied guy to death. Like, I loved all that stuff, man. It was awesome. It was just so like...
Yeah, the acid pies.
Yeah, it was like such a fun look at all this silly stuff that clowns and really just kind of circus carnival type attraction things. And like if it was like bad or possessed or whatever, I don't know. And then like the crazy drinking straw, but he's like drinking blood. Like, awesome.
Yeah, they drink that's what they do. They feed off people and they drink their blood. That's why they have so many of them, why they have the cotton candy cocoons.
Yeah, so I would venture that this is a terrible good movie. if that makes sense. It's kind of a bad movie, but it's done in a really good way. Like I don't think you're supposed to take it too seriously, and they know that, and it was awesome.
Well, yeah, the directors and the writers, Charles and Steven Chiodo, knew exactly what they were making. That's why the acting is bad. That's why everything's goofy. They know it's a B movie, and they knew what it was, and they had fun with it. And I think they succeeded big time. So you want to hear some nice, fun trivia, Mike, since I don't think you looked any up?
Yeah, man, I definitely want to hear some trivia about it.
My younger sister, who we are now talking again, kind of, down in the old Phoenix area, might love this little tidbit. A handful of the masks were used in Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh, really, man? I really liked that when I was growing up.
Yep. They repainted them, but a handful of them were used in there. The Chiodo brothers, they did the special effects for a beloved Pee Wee Herman movie character. Can you name said character, Mike?
Was it the couch?
Large Marge.
Oh, Large Marge. Okay.
Yep. So, anyways, that's a little bit of a trivia that I had from Killer Klowns from Outer Space. So, I like this movie. I've seen it many, many times. Many times means probably 5. I don't know, 4 or 5, something like that. It's goofy. It's fun. It's a B movie. It is not serious whatsoever. I wish the acting would have been a smidge better, but they got who they got, and they acted the way they acted. I mean, it wasn't horrible. I've seen worse, but it wasn't great. I think the shining moment is the special effects and the makeup of the clowns and all the different ways, as you were pointing out earlier, that they used the different things from the circus and from the clown universe as the popcorn and the tents and the cotton candy and all that stuff. It was just fun and hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was actually pretty creative how they came up with ways for clowns to kill you, and like the goofy like boxing scene, like he's just like
with the
messing
bikers
around. Yeah, with the bikers, and then he just pops this guy's head off. I loved it.
Yeah. I have to say, I know it's probably like a lot of people's favorites because people have talked about it on forums and things like that, but it's the shadow puppets. The shadow puppets, that was just hilarious. That's one of the most fun scenes in the whole movie.
Oh yeah, and it's kind of like they get really complicated. I'm like, what the heck is he doing? Of course, they're not showing them when the shadow puppets get like really, really like complicated and complex.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Mike. So I have one burning question that I've been trying to get answered since the first time I watched this movie. Why in the hell are they making out in the back of a truck? Not even a truck, like an SUV, in an inflatable raft. There's no river.
You know, when I was watching this, I questioned that as well. I was like, for the cushion?
But who the hell has an inflatable raft just lying around the back of their car? Wouldn't it be easier to have pillows or a blanket or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It wasn't it common back in the day to have like a mattress in the back of a truck bed, you know?
It wasn't a truck bed. It was like a SUV of some kind, I think.
Yeah, no, I think it was like a wagon or something. I also love the random ice cream guys. Like when they pulled up with the ice cream, like it was so goofy.
It was
like,
horrible. It was really bad. The foreshadowing was brutal on that. And they acted so rough and goofy and but that's their intention. The Terenzi brothers.
Yeah, the Terenzi brothers. Man, it was that was kind of a funny scene.
Which one? Because they pop up multiple times trying to.
Well, when they first popped in the scene with the clown with the JoJo ice cream truck,
and it's all just so they can combat the clowns later, and Clownzilla.
Yes, of course.
But okay, here you go, Mike. Here's a good one I haven't asked in a while, and the ice cream truck leads me to ask this question. Do you think they could make this movie today?
No, I don't think they would make this movie. Not in PC America.
Right, because that ice cream scene immediately points out that there's two very large girls that come out of the back that they picked up to give free ice cream to get something in return. You remember?
Yes. They wanted to stop at the makeout point to park, quote unquote. Like so for our younger audience, Netflix and chill. This is like the earlier version of Netflix and chill, and we didn't have Netflix, we didn't have cell phones, so we just went to random places, I guess all lined up in a row, and just tried to make babies.
Oh, so that's how babies are made. Now we know.
On hillsides.
Well, how many times did you go to a makeout point when we were growing up, Mike? Because I don't remember any that were known makeout points in town.
There was that one place on base, you know what I'm talking about? Up. We used to go, was it Observation Point?
Yeah, but people actually went up there and made out on base? I never heard of that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
it was the only place with views, but
I think hearsay. Somebody told me once that sometimes people went up there. Now, I don't know anybody who actually did.
Quit lying, Mike. Quit lying. You were the one, not hearsay. You were the one that went up there and made out with someone. What was his name?
No. No. Didn't go up there with anybody.
All right, Mike. Well, do you want me to ask the second most important question of the podcast, or do you want to ask it? Because you're the host and it is your segment.
Oh, I want to ask it. Okay. Matt, it is very important that I know what you're drinking for this review.
Well, Mike, I am drinking a cotton candy beer.
Ooh.
No, I'm not.
Dude, there's one made by this brewery called Three Floyds.
Dude, that sounds horrific. Why would you ever drink a beer that was made out of cotton candy or to taste like cotton candy? That just sounds atrocious.
Oh, I actually think I had one too. From oh man, I'm blanking. They're out of Portland.
Let me guess. It was an IPA too.
No. It was like their Voodoo Donut series. Oh, what was it?
Jesus, man. Why do you experiment with these beers that just do not sound good at all?
Yeah, anyway, it was strange.
Well, you know what? You need to start getting more creative with your beers then if you're going to drink this weird shit. You got to have something more than an IPA now. I'm sorry. The bar has been raised since you have unlocked your secret that you drink random-ass beers outside of IPAs. You need to make those random-ass beers appear on this podcast.
All right, I will try to venture outside of IPAs for the podcast.
If not, you will probably get some more hate mail.
Yes, I need to reply to the hate mail. I just haven't had a chance.
That's what people that are too busy watching the new episode of Watchmen on TV. So, okay, before I get into that, another off topic, because that's basically all that social media has been filled with today. I am drinking a Cerveza Modelo Negra, or as I like to call, before they changed the name, Negra Modelo. It is a Mexican beer. It is a darker Mexican beer. It has a aluminum foil covered top that always gets chunks of aluminum foil in your mouth unless you pick it off, which is gross. Mike, what IPA are you drinking today?
Oh, so you know how we just talked about more IPAs on the show? I am not drinking an IPA. I am drinking a pumpkin beer, another one. And this one's called the Isle of McGordo.
Like Gordo as in fat?
Like gourd, like a pumpkin.
Like a pumpkin is a gourd?
Yeah.
They're not trying to say it's like a fat beer. They're saying it's a gourd beer.
Yeah. So it's ale brewed with pumpkin and spices. It's from Due South Brewing Company.
Well, all right. See, Mike, we got your segment in. Now we got to get mine in. Mike, I know it's going to be brutal, dude. Did you even try? Did you even try to look this up?
I did try.
Okay, well, let me ask it. So, Mike, how does Killer Klowns from Outer Space relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, Matt, thanks for asking. This one was a tough one. I knew it would be a tough one. 1988, very low budget movie, but I did it. I found someone again. It was Charles Bellardini. I probably said his last name wrong. And he was special effects on Killer Klowns, and he did miniature effects on the original Iron Man.
Oh, cool. They actually used miniatures on the original Iron Man. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this guy did something.
So, Mike, speaking of Watchmen, did you get to watch it?
No. I guess I'm the one person who didn't watch. Dude, I go to bed so early. I have a self-created get up really early job, and
so you have no one to blame but yourself in your daily period.
Yeah, I set my own schedule to an extent, and I choose to get to work really early. Part of the reason is traffic, but that's it.
Dude, Watchmen, like the most anticipated show of the year, the biggest premiere HBO has ever had next to, I think it was Westworld. Now, I'm talking premiere, not individual episode premiere, like series premiere.
Well, man, I can't do it all, man. I'm trying to keep up, and like Netflix just dropped like three or four movies. We probably got to review one of those.
Yeah, we probably should.
There's the new El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie.
Maybe we should do that for next week, because I have been interested in watching that. Yeah, that was the big hype last week, because that's one of the shitty things about Netflix or any of these other shows on streaming. When they drop, they're like hot for that weekend, and then that's it. You don't hear about them again.
Well, you're right. That happens quite a bit. And unfortunately with Netflix, you kind of get lost in the noise because they're dropping stuff so often now. Like, man, I think you could theoretically just watch something new every week on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Never watch it all.
For the rest of your life. You'll never even get close. But
yeah.
Oh, you want to do that, though? Although we probably should go see something in the theater. Well, we could do that.
Man. Maybe we'll do like 5, Matt. Maybe we'll just crank out like the rest of the month.
Thanks, Mike. You're the best. I know you love editing all these podcasts and then posting them all on the website and then doing all the writing.
Well, they don't call me Mike Talent for nothing.
And you see, that's one thing I was going to say about your intro. You can't decide what your name is. You're Mysterious Mike or you're Mike Talent. You've never done Mysterious Mike Talent. You've done one or the other. I'm just mad.
Man. Yeah, I just joscillate between whatever.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I won't ruin it. But for those of you who liked Watchmen, the comic book, graphic novel, I guess you'd say, I definitely suggest watch the show. I freaking loved the premiere. It was amazing. Totally not what I expected whatsoever. Well worth the watch. It was only an hour long. They didn't extend it or anything like that. It's worth your time, especially from you, Michael.
All right, man. I'll watch it.
All right. So let's do it. Since we already talked about this movie quite a bit. Oh, one that I forgot to bring up about this that I wanted to throw a little bit was what did you think about our favorite Animal House Dean playing a police officer in this movie?
I thought he was kind of a stick in the mud character, but it was good to see him. I was like, oh man, that's cool. And this was kind of one of his last movies. He I think passed away not too long after this movie.
It says on the IMDb's that he did a voice of someone in 2008.
Oh. Am I getting confused with the wrong way? Person?
He passed.
Oh, it's 2005.
Yeah, he passed February 1st, 2005. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No, it's all good, man.
It was cool to see him. It was cool to see him. Like, I was like, oh, they got kind of a major character.
character actor, definitely, because John Vernon, he always kind of plays that stick in the mud character. Like that's, in Animal House, I mean, he was the dean of the college. He was the one telling everybody to cut the shit, and then they killed a horse in his office.
Yeah, was he in any of the Airplane movies or anything? He's been in all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
He was in Dirty Harry.
Airplane 2, he was in Dr. Stone in Airplane 2, the sequel. He was in a Chips TV series. He was in a lot of TV stuff. Herbie Goes Bananas. Everybody loved that. At least I did when I was a kid.
He was in Dirty Harry. He was in The Outlaw Josie Wales. Yeah.
He did a lot of films. Always had kind of bit parts, but not everybody can, be a superstar,
Yeah.
He was a superstar in his own right. All right, Mike, put down your beer since I can see you.
All right. Yeah, all right, I'm putting it down.
How many reels do you give Killer Klowns from Outer Space?
All right, man. I had a good think about this.
5.
I'm going 4.5 reels. I really love this.
4.5. Holy balls. Wow, I thought I gave it a high score. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really liked it, man. It was a lot of fun, man. I liked the guitar, like the guitar solo thing that they had was really cool. I don't know. This movie, I can see why it has quite the following. It's just cheesy enough. It's fun enough. It's horror comedy, it's great.
It's not just horror comedy, Mike. It is horror slapstick. Nobody does horror slapstick. I mean, that's a whole nother level of comedy.
Yeah, I mean, with all the killer clowns getting out of the little killer clown car.
Amazing. Well, Mike, I am not as high as you. I think it's still a pretty high score, but I give it 3 out of 5 reels.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. And I would recommend people watch this. This is life-changing.
Oh, it's a fantastic film, especially this time of year for Halloween. It's great. Another one, granted, it's a little bloody, it's a little graphic, but this could be a good introduction to like a young teenager if they haven't ventured in the horror genre. This might be a good introduction because it's not super scary, it's not super graphic, but it's still a pretty good horror movie.
Yeah. Okay. I could dig that. Yeah.
Well, all right, Mike. So what are we doing next week? Are we doing another Harvest Horror Fest film?
Yeah, I think we are. Matt, are we going to try and do The Thing this time? The 1982 The Thing?
We can. I mean, it is going to come out on Halloween itself. So what would be a good Halloween Harvest Horror Fest film?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a good one, man. I really like that movie. I mean, have you seen that one a long time? John Carpenter. It's good stuff.
Unlike you, Mike, I have not seen The Thing all the way through. I have seen bits and pieces here and there.
What? Oh,
I have not seen it all the way through.
Oh, dang.
So I'm guessing we're doing The Thing for Halloween next week.
Yeah, maybe. Matt, do you want me to bring it down when I come to Arizona?
Well, of course, Mike, because I will definitely steal it. I mean, it's Blu-ray, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Come on out, Michael. It'll be fun.
All right.
All right. Well, do you have anything else you want to add for the rest of the podcast, or are you done?
No, I think I'm done. Matt, I was thinking about just today. I was having a good conversation about some horror movies that I don't think are going to make it this year's Harvest Horror Fest, but we might need to add them to the list for next year, and at least one of them, or maybe a couple of them. There's Leprechaun in Space, Leprechaun in the Hood.
We still haven't done any of the Jason movies or the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Yeah, and then there's Leprechaun in the Hood again. He goes to the Hood twice.
It's called Again. It's not like the Leprechaun returns to the Hood or something.
No, hold on. Oh, now I gotta look. Hold on. Just talk about Lucky Charms or something.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah. Talk about Jennifer
you know
Aniston.
What? I got one.
Know.
You know, Captain Crunch has the cereal that's like the all berries cereal. Why doesn't Lucky Charms come out with one where it's all marshmallows, or have they? And I'm just missing it in the cereal aisle.
I don't know.
What's your favorite cereal, Mike?
I don't tend to like cereal, man. Sorry.
You're un-American.
That's it, huh?
You like
right
pizza,
there,
but you don't like cereal? Who the hell doesn't like cereal?
Well, I don't know.
You don't like...
All right,
what
Matt.
is it? You don't like the crunch?
Yeah, that's it. Hold on. I'm ready for Leprechaun. All right.
You probably shouldn't drink the water over here then, because we got a little bit of crunch in it.
Okay. All right, so there's Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3. But then this is where it gets interesting. Leprechaun 4 in space. And then Leprechaun 5 in the Hood. And then our final, this isn't the final one, but the one that I was talking about, Leprechaun 6, Back to the Hood. And it's THA.
Mike, please, no. You can have one. You can pick one. I'm not watching 6 Leprechaun movies. I'm not doing an entire retrospective podcast on all the Leprechaun movies. I will probably slit my wrists. I don't know if I would make it through that, watching all those movies.
I remember us watching the first Leprechaun, so maybe we could pin that one in.
I'm the Leprechaun.
Because remember,
yeah.
It was Jennifer Aniston's first movie, and they were like, "Oh man,
we gotta watch
she's pretty
that.
hot."
Yeah, we gotta watch that one. I think it was a group of us too that sat down and watched it.
Yeah, and then she became famous because she got on Friends. I think she got on Friends pretty soon after that.
Stop lying, Mike. You know it was Office Space that made her famous.
No, I think she was already on Friends when she made Office Space.
She was.
But I mean, Office Space is great.
Yeah, that's one we need to do too. For sure.
Yeah.
I think it has a anniversary coming up or something. We need to do that one because that is a classic, amazing film. Love that movie. Oh,
yep.
And Idiocracy. That's another really good movie.
Oh, yeah, man. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, Mike. Well, you got anything else?
No, man. I think that's it. So, Matt, I guess will you do the honors and take us out of here?
Sure thing, Michael. Mr. Michael Talent. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about how incredible our podcast is and how they should listen to it and give us money so we can keep doing it. Rate, review us on the iTunes. We much appreciate that. Tune in and listen to me on Monday mornings on Lisa Live and Local on Magic 99.1, where I give a little bit of a teaser for the film we are going to review the following day or that week. So, yeah, other than that, I don't have anything else. I guess happy birthday to me because this is my birthday podcast. Woo!
Oh, yes. Happy birthday.
I am 22.
Yep.
Plus a lot more. Anyways. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening, and we will chat at you next week.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.
Joining me in studio now on Magic 99.1, Matt Henshaw from Real Film Nerds Podcast. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Lisa.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. You have a good weekend?
Always.
Yes, I heard you saw a movie or 2 or 3. How many did you see, really, honestly?
Do you count Netflix at home?
Yes, you do.
4.
4 movies. Oh, my gosh.
You got to do something when you're bored,
you
right?
You do. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you saw Zombieland, this weekend in the theaters. What'd you think?
Yeah, Zombieland Double Tap. It was good. If you're a fan of the original, I say definitely go and check this one out. It is just kind of more of the original from 2009, and this is the 10-year anniversary. That is one of the reasons they came out with a sequel.
Okay.
I don't want to give away too much. You got your same band of characters from the first one. You got Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, Jesse Eisenberg, and I'm forgetting her name. She's from Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I forget her name. She's all grown up now, though.
Okay,
because it's been 10 years.
Crazy, yeah.
But and they have taken up residence in the White House.
Oh.
And that's how the film starts.
Okay, very good.
Which, thinking of the zombie apocalypse, that makes sense because the White House would be like one of the few places that would still probably have running water and electricity.
Right. Good point.
And then things happen, and they end up going back on the road for some reason, and I'll just leave it at that. And that's when the hilarity ensues.
Okay. And do you have to see the first one to see the second one?
It helps.
It does.
It helps because it starts out a few years after the original one, obviously. They don't give you exactly the time frame, but I'm guessing probably 5 or 6. And they don't reference stuff from the original other than things like the rules and other things that are loosely in this one. They reference from the first one, but that's about it.
Okay.
The story itself, not so much. But you get a lot more out of it watching the first one and then going and seeing this one. Now, a lot of theaters, I don't think ours did it, but a lot of theaters around the country did a double feature where they showed the original and then they showed the new one.
Oh, how fun.
Right at like midnight.
Yeah.
I heard that was pretty neat. That was pretty fun to do. So
that's what I would have to do. Now, tell me, did they leave the door open for another sequel or whatever you would call it after 2?
I would say they probably could.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the original one ends and it just kind of ends. This one does this similar thing. All the characters are fine. We'll just say that. And, it's there's no cure. There's no nothing.
Okay.
And one thing that's fun is the original one came out in 2009 at the height of the zombie craze, you know, Walking Dead and all that other stuff.
Sure.
And they make fun of quite a few of the other zombie shows and movies and things in this one, which is kind of neat.
Oh, I bet. All right. How many reels do you give it?
I go with 3.5.
3.5 out of 5.
Out of 5, yeah.
Okay.
It's above average. Like I said, if you've seen the first one, it's definitely worth a watch in the theaters. If you haven't seen the first one, you could wait. It's great acting. It's fun. It's a good solid hour and a half. It's not too long. It's not too short. The CGI of the zombies and all that stuff is fun. There's a few things with a monster truck that was my favorite part.
Okay.
And the story's good. So it's fun. There's no more to say about it than that. It's
That's
just
perfect.
fun. It's a good time.
I think that's a solid review. Matt Hinshaw from the Real Film Nerds podcast. Thank you for coming in.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Lisa.
You're welcome.